Hey guys, I'm Saion Gupta and I'm 10 years old. I'm the founder of tennisforthekids.com. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, do it and press that notification bell too so that you don't miss any of my videos. So without any delay, let's get started. And if you remember, I made a Tambola app part 1. So this is the Tambola part 2, and in this part we are going to generate random tickets. It is going to be difficult but very exciting. Are you excited? I am. Let's get started, and this will be a pack of 3: HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let's get started. Okay, so I'll just demo the app first. So this is what we are going to make right now. So like you see, if we press all these empty, nothing will happen. We press this, then this becomes green. We press it again, it becomes not green. Okay, but this all is not difficult at all. This is like in about 5-6 lines, and this will happen. But the main difficulty is to generate this ticket. So this is the most difficult part of the program, to generate the ticket. Okay, so and here's a title and here's a copyright. Okay, so let's get started. We'll start with the HTML. I'll give a h1. Sorry, oh, caps lock is on. Sorry. Tambola ticket. Close the h1, and if I run this, a title comes. Like here, there's a title. Now I'm creating a div. Its ID will be ticket. Okay, so we are creating a div and its ID we are giving ticket. We are closing the div, but inside this div we will have another div. Its ID will be row1. Okay, and we will close the div. Another ID, that will be row2. I'll just explain everything, and then div ID row3. Close the div, and like we'll give lots of BRs. 1, 2, 3. I'll just explain everything. 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So what this is doing, I'm creating a ticket div. So you see, in this div we will have this whole ticket. Okay, in this we have row1. So this is row1, row2, and this is row2, and row3. This is row3. Okay, now, and this BR does is it leaves a line. So we have to leave a line, lines, so many lines, because like for this copyright to come down over here in this position. Sorry. Now an h3, we'll add an h3, and then in this our copyright symbol. Command C, command V. So our copyright symbol is here. A tag ID, its ID will be text. href, I'll just explain this whole line. First, let's write it. http www.10x.com target blank ID link 10x coder. I'll explain every single thing in this. Just first let's write this, then so that we finish the main part. Like explaining is also very important, but you see this is also very important. So yeah, this was the end of our HTML. So small HTML, but let me explain it to you. Okay, so what like this is doing is, just a second. Okay, so this is not the end of our HTML really. What this is doing is that it is adding a copyright symbol. Then it is showing this text 10x coder kids, and like it is making a link. Whenever you click this text 10x coder kids, it will go to www.10xcoderkids.com. Plus, like this target blank does is like it will not open in the same tab. It will go to a new tab and then open the website that it is linked to. Okay. Okay. Now this is not finished yet. You see over here repl.it is coming written, and I don't like this at all. So instead of repl.it, we'll write over here Tambola tickets 10x coder kits. Okay, so if we reload this now, it is perfect. Now over here we'll add a link href favicon.ico. I'll just explain every single thing. Then rel shortcut icon type image x icon. Okay, so you see this small type of logo over here. So this is not looking good. So we will add this type of logo. So I'll just import favicon.ico. The file's name is favicon.ico. Okay. So this line is just changing the favicon. So favicon.ico. Okay. Now let's test this. So like yeah, I forgot to tell you that it takes time to add the favicon. So it takes time to add favicon always. After like 100 something runs it will come. Okay. So it happens with me also. I don't know why. Now we are on our main logic. It is really difficult, but it is going to be interesting. So you will see repetition like lot of repetition, but not exactly repetition. Okay, so we will use copy and paste for that also. So let's first define all the variables. We'll define a variable row1 is equal to empty string. Then var row2 is equal to empty string again. Var row3 is also equals to empty string. Okay. Now we will add a var row1a is equals to a array and 0 comma 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 0. So 9 zeros. Okay. Now same with var row. So I'll just tell you why we are defining all this. 0 comma 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, first let's define, then I will tell you why we are doing it. Now our row 3a is also equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And now I'm defining a var num_done is equals to 0. Var num_done2 is equals to empty array. Var num_done1, sorry, this is not 2, this is 0 2 is equals to an empty array, not empty array, 0. Var num_done2 is equals to 0. So this is all definition. Var random is equals to 0, and so I don't know what I have to explain in all the defining variables, so let's leave it. Var k is equals to 0. So we have defined all the variables we need in our program. Okay, now we'll do for variable I is equals to 0, I less than 9, then simply I plus plus. Sorry. Okay. Now row 1 plus equals to button. I'll explain every single thing in this, whatever I wrote in this for loop. Okay. So what this for loop is doing, let's see first, then I'll tell. It is not doing anything because it is not printing. But what it is doing right now is, it is like doing it 9 times for I is equal to 0, I less than 9. Okay, row 1 plus equals to button ID. So there will be buttons from like whose ID will be 0 till 8. Then there will be on click func, okay, and we are passing I. So whatever its ID is, using its ID we will do something with the button in the func method that we will make, okay. And so like there will be 9 buttons in this row 1 variable. So similarly we just have to copy and paste it, and instead of 0 over here I'll just give 10, and over here I'll just give 19, and here just row 2, okay. So sorry, I explained you everything about this, right? So we are just changing I 20 till 29 for like its ID to change. Row 3, okay. Now we will do document dot get element by ID row 1 dot inner HTML is equals to row 1. Okay, I'll explain everything. Then document dot get element by ID. Oh, I forgot to tell you something in the HTML part. Like, why do we give IDs? The IDs we give is to access this element in the script file or in the style file. So, like, I was thinking that I have forgotten to tell you something, and this is what I forgot to tell you. Okay, so we are like bringing the element using its ID over here, and using the inner HTML like it was a div. So in its inner HTML will be row 1. So whatever there is in row 1, there are lots of buttons. So in the div we are printing buttons. In row 2 also we will print buttons, but of row 2. Row 2 dot inner HTML is equals to row 2, and document dot get element by ID. Similarly, we have to do row 3 dot inner HTML is equal to row 3. Now let's test this. Oh, it's not looking good, right? But what can we do? We'll do the styling afterwards. First we have to write the main logic. Okay. So now we are on our next part. The main logic is generating the random number. So like now we will generate the the row numbers of the rows, okay. So I'll run a for loop for variable I is equals to 0, I less than 5, and I plus plus, okay. In this I'm doing random is equals to math dot floor math dot random into 90 plus 1. So there will be a random number from 1 till 90 in this random variable. Now I have to check that is that random done. If it is done already, then I have to generate a new random. But if it is not done already, then we'll just continue with the same random. So I'll create another for loop over here. In variable y is equals to 0, while less than num done dot length. Okay, and y plus plus. So in this we are checking if random so is equals to. So if it finds it exactly what it is doing is, so if it finds random in the num done array, so if it is already done, then just create a new random number. So sorry, create a new random number between 1 and 90, including 1 and 90, and then check through all like the num done again that the new random number is generated. If it is in the array again, then also create a new random number. Okay, so what this is doing is it is looping on num done. So if it finds the random number in num done, then it will create a new random number and it will check over num done again that if the new random number is in the num done, then it will create a new random number. If it is again in the num done, then it will create another new random number. Okay, now I am doing over here down here num done 02 dot push random. So what this is doing, we have defined the num done 02 so that when we are adding a random number to row 2, okay, then we have to check that if it is in row 1, then we can't take that number. So we can't repeat numbers, right, in the whole ticket. So like if 45 is in row 1, so we can't take 45 in like row 2, right? So we have to add 45 in row 2. Sorry, so we have to like what I was saying, we have to add 45 in an array that contains all the numbers of the ticket. So like if we want to see 60, if we want to add 67 in this in the row 3, then if we have to check first that if it is done in the first row or in the second row. If it is not done, then only we can add it. Okay, so like for that we will have to add the random numbers in a array in which it will store the numbers of the whole ticket, the num done of the whole ticket. Okay, now we will do, there will be lots of if and else now, so be ready for it. Okay, so if random is less than equals to 9, then we will do num done dot push 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So why are we pushing so many numbers in this? This is because like if 67 comes in row 1, then we don't want another number from 60 to 69 in row 1 because already there is 67 in it, right? That's why we have to add like in that range it cannot come again. In the 60s range it cannot come again if it is in row 1 already, right? So we if like about 1 comes, then in the like 1 till 9 range, the number in row 1 cannot come. Okay, that's why we had to do this. Now I'll do row 1a. 0 element is equal to random. So like if like 1 till 9 comes, a random number from 1 till 9 comes, then we will add it in, like we will change the value from like 0 to the random. So in the end, we will loop through this row 1a, row 2a, row 3a, and wherever we will not find 0, we will show it according to like its range. Okay, 60s range, 70s range, like that. So else if random is greater than equals to 10 and it is random is less than equals to 19, then what will happen? The same thing like before will happen. We will do 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Okay, and then we will do row 1a. 1 is equals to random. Okay, so like this we have to keep on doing till 90. So let's do. I'll just copy, paste 20, 29, 2, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29. Okay. Okay. Now for 40. Okay. Now for 50. Okay. Now like this, it is taking a lot of time, but what can we do? We have to do this. Yeah. $70. Okay. So, okay. Now finally for the 80s range. 80 till 90. Ooh. Row 7 over here. This part. 80, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 8, 89, and finally 90. And over here 8. Okay, so this part is done. So like we have like completely good row 1. Okay, we have a perfect row 1. Okay, now there will be some repetition, like of this there will be repetition for row 2. This will be like in row 2 mostly the same thing will happen, but there are major differences. This is row 1, this is row 2. Okay, now we are on row 2. Okay, so this part will be same, but over here in row 2 num done 1 will come. Okay, and over here num done 1y, then a new random number generate, y will be 0. But now the major change comes. For variable j is equals to 0, j less than num done 0 2 dot length. So why are we doing this? So that we can check that if like the new random number is in the row 1. If it is in the row 1, then we have to generate a new random number. J plus, sorry. So now if random, so if random is in row 1, then a new random number will be generated. Okay, a new random number will be generated. Okay, and then j will be 0, so that it checks through the row 1 again, that if the new random number is in row 1, then we have to generate it once more. Then we will add it over there only. So over here, wherever we are doing num done, we have to do num done 1 because this is row 2. Okay, so num done 1 is everywhere. Now instead of row 1, we have to add row 2, 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 row 2. Okay, okay. Now we will copy and paste. So we will copy this, paste this. Okay, so now we have to do the same thing for row 3. So what do we have to do? Num done 2 will come here. Num done 2 will come here. Okay, so this will check that if the the random number is in the row 1 or in row 2, then it will create a generate a new random number. And over here everywhere we will give 2. Irritating REPL. Okay, and then instead of row 2, row 3, row 3, row 3, row 3, 3, row 3, row 3. Okay, so this much part is done. Now what do we have to do? We have to do, like, for example there is a small there is small like there is 22 in the row 3 and 26 in row 1. So this is not fair. The bigger number always is down, like it comes down, it comes after the smaller number. So we have to swap numbers now. Swapping business is also quite easy, and then we will just have to do the printing business and a JavaScript will be over, and then CSS is really short. Okay, so now do for variable I is equal to 0. This is not that difficult as I thought. Fine. I less than 9. So like, you remember this? We have given this so that the numbers don't repeat in the rows. Okay? And we have given this check, this part of check, so that the number does like there are not 3 numbers or 2 numbers or like 4 numbers of 4 numbers in a row 1, row 2 and row 3. Okay, so it is exactly that. And I plus plus. So we are making a for loop. If row 1 a I is not equal to 0, if it is not 0, if that element is not 0, and row 2 a I is not equal to 0, then only like other swapping checks and all will happen. So in this, then we will do if row 1a I, if this is greater than, so like if there's bigger number in row 1 than row 2 AI, then what do we have to do? We will you store the value of row 1 AI in a variable k. Then we will change the value of row 1 AI to row 2 AI. So we are swapping. Okay. And then we'll do row 2 AI as k that we saved over here. We saved row 1 AI's value. Okay. Now we have to like give another if. Now another swapping check. If row 1 AI is not equals to 0 and row 3 AI is not equals to 0, then the further swapping business will happen. Then we will see that if row 1 AI is greater than, so like there's a bigger number in row 1 and there's a smaller number in row 3 AI, then k will be row 1 AI, row 1 AI will be row 3 AI, and then finally row 3 AI will be k. And now a final check will be if row 2 AI is not equal to 0 and row 3 AI is not equal to 0, then if row 2 AI, if it is greater than row 3 AI, then we will swap them. So k is equal to row 2 AI row 2 AI will be row 3 AI and row 3 AI will be k. Okay, and then the swapping business is done. Now we just have to do the printing business and a program, a script.js, not program but a script.js will be over. So now final for loop for variable I is equal to 0 I less than 9, I plus plus. So if row 1 AI is not equals to 0, okay, so if it is not equals to 0 in row 1, okay, then we will just do document dot get element by id. So we are bringing an element using its id. I is like from 0 to 9, okay, and over here we gave it the id of 0 to 9. See, of row 1 buttons. This is the magic of it. Yeah, bro, this is the magic. Okay, so dot in HTML. So we are using I as an ID over here. Okay, dot in HTML will be row 1 AI. Okay, whatever will be there in row 1 at that spot. Now, if row 2 AI is not equals to 0, then you see the magic. Over here you will see that row 2's ID are from like 10 till 19. So how will we access it using I? I have just the solution. We'll do document.get element by ID I plus 10. So like if I is 0, we will add 10 to it, and the 10th one will come, right? The 10th ID button will come, right? This is my magic, or whatever you like to say. This is magic, man. This is really, really cool. And just we'll have to do row 2 AI. So you see, it is so easy. It is so logical and so easy. If row 3 AI is not equals to 0, then this document get element by ID I, and how to do it? Plus only 20, and it is like done. Is equals to row 3 AI. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. But one thing is left that we cannot ignore. First, let's test this. It will not look good, but it is fine. It is working all perfectly well, as I know our logic is quite clear. It is really clear. Okay? No errors, nothing. Yay! We are just in the end, but you see in the real app, when we press the button, it goes green, and then it goes black again, its background, when we press it again, and when we press these, nothing happens. So how to do that? You must be thinking this will be really, really long, but in reality it is like about a 5-line something code. Function func j. So you remember the user passed I over here, okay? So we will use this I passing as its ID to access the button. That's why I passed it. So you just see variable button is equals to document dot get element by ID. So we are bringing an element using its ID J, and it's inner HTML. So we are bringing its inner HTML. So like inner HTML bringing is whatever there is written. So like if we are bringing this 52, then its inner HTML is 52. Okay, so in this variable 52 will come. Okay, so is this cool? It is very basic but very cool. Now I will do if document dot get element by id just j only dot style dot background color is equals to green. So if it is already green, then we have to just do document dot get element by id j dot style dot background color is equals to black. So we will make it black again. Okay, else if button is not equals to empty string. So in button we have inner HTML. So if it comes empty string will come whenever there will be nothing in the button. There will be nothing written in the button. Okay, and when we press a nothing written button, nothing should happen to it. Okay, that's why we had to do else if. Then we just have to do document dot get element by id j dot style dot background color. So we have to change the button's background color to green. And finally, our JavaScript is completed. I told you it is a 200 line something code, and it was quite cool to code this. We still have CSS left, but you see, this is working all fine. Not looking quite good, but still, this is looking good for me. Because like, it must be good for you because you have done such hard work to build this, right? So let's give a sigh of relief. Finally, we have done this part. Now the styling part. The styling is really small, so we can just complete it in 5 minutes and it's over. Okay, so we will give a star. That means all. So whatever we give over here, it will style the whole program like that. So first of all, we want font family to be Arial, Helvetica and sans serif. So you will see in the font family there's a change, right? It's much more better. Now padding, we are giving 0 pixel. So there will be a change. Okay. Not looking good, but fine. Fine. Because of padding 0 pixels, it is happening like that. Font size. Everything's font size as default will be 20 pixel. Okay, not bad. Now text line center. So we'll do everything center. Ooh, cool. Now background color black. You will not be able to see anything right now, maybe. Yeah. Color white. Now maybe you will see, you will see most of the things. Okay, I told you. So this is all the default styling. Now we have to do button styling. So what this button will do, this will style all the buttons that are in our program. So we want height to be 50 pixel of all the buttons, width to be 50 pixel, border 1 pixel, solid white, and then finally float to left. Why it is reloading and all? Don't know. It is making me angry. Fail to connect, retrying. It is making me angry at this stage. Ooh, this ticket is not looking good, but we will style it. We'll style it. We'll style it properly. Now we have to do hashtag ticket. So you remember this? You remember this? Yeah. We have to style this. We just have to do width 450 pixel. So there is a set width of it. Okay. Best of all. Now we have to do margin auto so that it also comes in the center. If we don't do this, then it will stay like over here on the side, and that is not good. So centering it. Yay! And like we just have to style now H1. So all the H1s, there is only one H1. Its font size, we want its font size to be 70 pixel and its color to be red. Ooh. And now finally, hashtag text. We are writing the final line of our code. Color. Purple. Final. Now a semicolon. Yay! We have completed our Tambola ticket app. Oh, this was so impossible stuff, but we did it. 1 second. Let's reload. Yeah, that program was just kidding. Let's test it. I don't think there should be an error. I think there's an error because, yeah, on the second row there are 4 numbers. So that means there's error over here in the second row. Okay, so I like debugging, right? Not so much, but yeah, I do like it. So, what is happening? Random. Oh, that's odd. Okay, let's see over here. This is some odd stuff. I can't understand my mistake. Where have we gone wrong, guys? What? What? I don't understand. It's like something we are adding wrong. Seven. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't understand my problem. And it is only in row 2. Let's test it. This is working fine. This is also working fine. 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 It's fine right now. Yeah, so there are 4 numbers. So somewhere there's a problem. So I can't understand in which row there is a problem. So let me do one thing. Let's print this is row 3. Yeah. Let's do document dot write row 2a. We want to see when 4 numbers come. Okay. When are 4 numbers coming? Can't understand really. I really can't understand my problem because I don't really have an error. Yeah. So 1, 10 gets swapped. 25. So oh, what is the problem? Let me take a 2 minute break. I'm just thinking about the problem. Can't really understand. There shouldn't be a problem. Really? this part fine? Hmm. Hmm. What is the problem? I'm not liking debugging. Hmm. I really really not able to get this, man. What could be the problem? Oh, I can sit here all the time debugging. Like, there shouldn't be any problem. I'm just coming into minutes. I'm just drinking some water. Okay, so let's check it once again. Hmm. Let's copy them. If there's a problem in this part, then let's like copy it and paste it once again. Just we don't need this bracket, and we don't want num. We want num done 1, and we'll know that like the upper part was working, so the lower part should also work. Let's check. This is alright. This is also fine. This is fine. This is good. This is good. This is fine. This is also 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 fine. So have we resolved it? I do think so. How did it? So we must have written something like I mostly like I to write fast. I like my hands write the wrong things. So like if I want to write A, I write S sometimes. So it happens. So maybe I had done some problem at that time, and now when I copy pasted it, it just resolved. That means that I like wrote something wrong at that time. Maybe generating the random number was wrong, or anything was wrong. Something was wrong. So let's leave it. I think our app is like fully perfect. Yeah, so good. It's very good. A round of applause for ourselves. Now, what do we have to do? We have one thing remaining. That is, go to REPL, the last thing. Not Tambola, yeah, the Tambola app YouTube, that was in part 1, and in this finally where did we have to add it? Yeah, after the reset button I have to add an A tag, so I have to make a link. Pressing that link, it will go to https Tambola ticket Saion.repl.co. Okay, target blank. So I told you what target blank and this A tag does. But you would be shocked now. In this, if you are giving a button, it's ID ticket button close and A tag close. So this is quite cool. Like a link is coming in the form of a button. Okay, So this is what it is doing, and we just have to style that. Okay, so like we style reset, command C and command V. Like we style reset, we have to style hashtag ticket. Let's do this green. So we want border radius and all and all and all. So let's check. Okay, so this is done. Let's test this and go Tambola ticket that we just created right now. Oh, this is not a good looking ticket. So thank you guys. If you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, do it and press the notification bell too so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you guys. Bye. Stay safe and stay healthy and keep watching my videos. Bye guys. Thank you and stay safe. And please subscribe to my channel.